Hi again. Let's go to paradigm number two, uh, which is that music is communal by nature and that it is meant to be shared with others. Just the process of sharing your music with other people and going to shows and listening to other people share their music with you is a massive tool in unlocking the music that you have to share. When you know you're going to be able to share it with others, all kinds of music will begin to manifest itself in your life. So here's another story of an experience that changed everything for me. Again, about two students. These were both 14-year-old boys. It's this part of my teaching process when I have students here in town is we have a weekly musical performance where the sort of community of parents and students and supporters of my students come together and listen to them play. Anyways, there was just this one performance where these two guitarists. I decided to have them both come on stage, and there's really nothing tremendously adventurous about this story, except that it's a story of two 14-year-olds who came on stage, and something happened while they were performing. I had them both perform solos back to back, and then trade 4 bars each, and something miraculous happened. Some kind of incredible just love entered the room while they were playing. You could see that these boys loved each other and were connecting with each other, and they were connecting with the room. It's just such an incredible miracle to see these boys in these teen years where they're really trying to find an identity, looking up at the audience when the song was over, and for the first time, at least in a musical context, absolutely knowing beyond any shadow of a doubt that they had just done something that had affected and moved and blessed the people in the room. And it was such a powerful memory for me that I became really committed to creating more situations in which that could happen. So I want to do an exercise here. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I want to go to this slide, which is just a very simple thing. The entire reason why we make music, it has to do with the power of human connection and how making that music teaches us so much about how to live a compassionate and a good life. So this is the greatest miracle that I have personally ever experienced, is the miracle of seeing a musical situation presented where something has happened in that room that no one will ever forget. And the connection aspect is what makes music powerful. If you're making music with the intention of drawing attention to yourself, or of making money, or of gaining power, it loses its power. The purpose of the music you make, and if you know this, it will change the way you make music, and it will make your music connect with people, obviously, because your intention becomes to connect with people and to bless them and to help them experience, get away from their problems and fears for a minute. So having that as your intention changes everything. So here's an exercise. I just want you to think. Here we are on the second video. So you probably, are at least somewhat passionate about music. So I want you to think about a musical experience you had. You could have either been a performer, or you could have gone to a show or a concert where it was just an unforgettable experience for you. And then I want you to think about what made that experience great. Specifically, what would have happened if there was no audience, for example? What would have happened if there were no musicians on the stage? Well, that's really obvious. Take the idea of personal connection entirely out of the concert that you went to, the experience that you had, and then what do you have left? You have nothing. You have nothing. That is the point of music, is to connect with other people. So this is from a great vibraphone. It's a tremendous jazz musician who has some great presentations and TED Talks and different things. But he says, I don't view myself as a musician. I am not a musician. I have a gift which happens to manifest well through music. As a human being in this world, I like to lead with empathy first and foremost. I think it's the heart of potentially solving many of the issues we face as a society. That is an incredibly powerful quote. If we had this desire in ourselves to understand the pain and suffering of other people and to alleviate that in any way we can, and again, you're listening to this because music is one of those ways that you have. And this is at the heart of, I love that line, at the heart of potentially solving many of the issues we face as a society. So this is an album that I made recently as a result, to be very frank, of the presidential election. And not to get into political, I promise I'm not going to do that here. But I am going to say that after the election occurred, I saw this divisiveness, this infighting, some really childish bickering that's taking place between people that I loved. And so I made this album, Prayer for Peace, as my own prayer for peace as a result of my love for my country, and an understanding that peace starts in yourself, and then between individuals, peace has to happen. And then hopefully, that'll lead to other things. But musical situations where connection and peace are created in just little places, it can be the smallest gathering, can be a big part of the solution to many of the problems that we face as a society. That's my personal feeling. I believe that music heals. Music is primarily a healing force. And that music also is ancient and wise. And it's great to just let the music take the lead, because music is much older than you are. And it's been used primarily to heal in the face of suffering, basically to alleviate suffering. And if that becomes your mission as a musician, it will change the reason why you practice and the reason why you make music. So if you allow music to lead and you just follow, it's going to take you in the most incredible places. I wish I could tell more stories of experiences I've had, places I've gone, people I've met just because of my musical endeavors. So do you understand why you feel the need to play music? I will tell you the reason. It is because there are specific people in the world that specifically need you to take your music to them and to help them to heal. I am so bothered by the degree to which music is trivialized in this society as another commodity. It is so much more sacred and important than that. It is a force of healing of the suffering of other human beings. And that is why you are studying music, and that is why you feel the need to make it. So to end this video, I just want you to take a minute, and you'll have to do this after pausing the video, but I want you to visualize the ideal musical situation for you. Where are you? Is it a big crowd? Is it with a band? Are you playing by yourself? What instrument are you playing? Who is there watching? What kind of music? What does the music sound like? Try to get there. And then, after you feel like you really can have visualized it to the point where you can just almost just feel and taste and touch and sense all that's happening there, take one step. Just decide what that is today. Take 15 minutes taking one step towards that. Maybe it's booking a performance. Maybe it's starting to work on that music. Maybe it's the beginning of the formation of a band. But just take one step and bring to it the intention of alleviating suffering and healing others through your music, because that is what music is for, is to heal suffering through the power of human connection. So have fun, and we'll see you for the next video.